Antarctica, it's a very special place. It's actually a very international place. Nobody owns it whatsoever. It's primarily sort of a science palace. It's where a lot of research is done. And the U.S. maintains 3 different field sites in Antarctica. They have one that's off the coast of South America that's called Palmer Station, and that one you can only reach by ship. So we have a couple of big ships, a couple of big icebreakers. So I've traveled by ship across the Antarctic from South America to the base, and then spent like a month living there at that field station. I was the only person from the National Science Foundation on site and was responsible to make sure that all the research was going along well and all the facilities. So it's, we had housing and cafeterias, and that's a small station, only with about 40 people or something like that at any one time. And then the 2 other stations are both across from New Zealand. So you go over to New Zealand and then you fly first to McMurdo Station, which is the big station, as at the height of the Antarctic summer, you'll have up to 5,000, you can have 2,000 to 5,000 people, depending what's going on, so very, very large. And then from there, you fly up over the ice sheet across the continent to what is our South Pole base. So that's the southernmost point. They actually have a geologic marker there. And again, that's a fairly small base with a couple hundred people at any one time. And the South Pole's the most restrictive. You can only be there from November until February. So the first flights go in November, and then they have to move the majority of the people out in February, and they leave behind a small skeleton crew to maintain all the facilities in the base. And McMurdo, you can pretty much get in, I guess people start going in August, and then pretty much move out, I guess, again, by the end of March or something like that. So, and again, it's just, they leave sort of a skeleton staff to maintain all of the facilities and things that are there. But it's just a fascinating world. Just have to picture a world that's all white. That's the only thing, except for the buildings, and depending, what station you're at, the buildings may be different colors. But then the people, if you've ever seen the Antarctic researchers, they all wear red jackets, and that's so it's very easy to find you if you get lost or if you're in a big snowstorm. And again, a lot of the ships. So a lot of the stuff that happens in the Antarctic comes down by ship, and the ships are usually red. Again, so it really stands out against the white background, but it's just it's very, very, well, as the first station I mentioned to you, the Palmer Station, we call it the banana belt. It's actually, it can be quite warm. It's most probably, it's like 30 degrees. So like a cold winter day in the Northeast. But the South Pole is always at like minus 50 degrees. So it's very, very cold. Like you can't go out without special boots and special coats, and heavily dressed. You won't last for very long out there. And people don't know at the poles, at the extremes, again, Antarctica is in the dark, 6 months of the year, and light another 6 months of the year. So it's pretty incredible.